All right, guys, we're just going to give it a couple of minutes and let a couple other people show up here before we get started. So I'm going to try to start at 2:51. All right, guys, we're just giving it a couple of minutes before we get this started here. I am going to start at 2:51, so that's like in 2 minutes. All right, we're just going to give it one more minute here and we'll get this started. How is everyone doing so far, though? Is everyone enjoying the discovery content? It's like crickets. Psionica. I had a feeling you would feel that way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this started here. I'm also going to try to include in this stream an anomaly event just so that people can go back and kind of see exactly how they're done, how easy they're done. So, yeah, they did get the content to work, kind of. um, a lot of the discussion about the discovery content, I find it. I kind of find myself in between of the spaces because I have been talking with a lot of mods about this, but I think the frustration is well deserved. And I think the biggest problem for Scopely is Scopely, through all their events, they are specifically setting themselves up for this huge backlash from their gamers, from their gamer community. And I don't understand why they would purposely set themselves up for something that could eventually cost them money. I'm not on BlueStacks, Ray. I'm actually on my mobile device, going live. So here's the thing: we've experienced this, with so many events so far, with the Borg, with the Stella. I'm not sure how much we experienced this with the Franklin, but basically we're given a portion of the event, and we're not given any kind of explanation about where this event is going to. What are we playing for? What are we investing in the discovery for? And they just expect us to trust them about the event. And that's the problem I have, is because they've broken trust left and right with their gamer base about events. And I think, when the Stella first came out, we had a similar situation. I think what a lot of people liked about the Stella was the research tree, having that additional research, seeing that right away. However, that was another situation. If I remember correctly, it was so hard for me to figure out how to get the Rogue store to open up, and so we're often left in these events not really knowing exactly how to do what we're supposed to do. And so we find ourselves in this And Jared says our server is too packed on ours. And that's a really good point, Jared, because you only have a specific number of nodes, specific number of ships to destroy, and the rewards from the anomaly events are really what you need for your discovery. It's going to give you those refinery tokens to go ahead and get those spore drive parts, to get those recruit tokens. I don't understand why there's speed ups in that at all. I think those speed ups are a waste of time. Sionica says the Borg arc and Outlaws arc were great. Players got a lot without getting paywalled. So Sionica's really talking about the paywall, which in turn created goodwill for players to spend on bonuses. It's a very good point. The Cell event was an excellent opportunity for it to be free to play and for you to grind it out. It's still a very good event because you're still grinding it out for that research, and that research is really beneficial. And so I think I had an issue with the Rogue event because it wasn't very canon. Um, However, it really did pay off, and Sonica had a good point that they created goodwill, and then they come out with this. And the Discovery, what time am I at? Someone let me know when it's 2:58 so I can check where I have to go. The Discovery you is so Ray says he saw somebody using DCS, Scotty, and Gala against what? I'm curious who that's against. If they're talking about the unknown invaders, I'm not sure how that would be a good setup, considering you would really want Tilan somewhere on that bridge for their torpedoes. I'm not sure what's going on there. Um, so, okay. So basically, we had that huge bug with the anomalies. They fixed it, and they said that they actually turned down the intensity of the event. I think this event is perfect the way it is. It allows me to get in there with my tier 5 discovery, get done what I need to get done. If I'm shooting interceptors, I can get done in 3 minutes. That way, I move on, and somebody can take my spawn spot so that they can do the same thing. And with mining, it does take a little bit longer with the discovery because it takes about a minute for my discovery to drain an 800 node. And I think I need, I don't want to say five, I think it takes me about 5 minutes or so to complete that event. And, I definitely offer that up to whoever's waiting around me. But, you know, that's really where we are right now. I can show you guys my discovery. I'm watching the clock and I'm trying to do multiple things at once. If we take a look at this, I mean, seriously, Sionica says, I just skipped the mining. All the nodes are super congested. It's a really good point. I don't know what is the event like if you're not using a discovery. I would imagine it's really difficult. I like it having that discovery and being able to zip through it and get it done. And of course, that's what it was built for. But for those people who don't have discoveries, they're not getting those bonus points on those kills on those interceptors. But if you take a look at this, 3,375 sport drive parts, that's ridiculous. In order to get it up to a level 25 ship, I got a surprise pack because I built the discovery early. And then I bought a $50 upgrade pack and I bought a $100 upgrade pack. And that got me up to true, Sionica. You don't even get extra points for the discovery mining, which I think is odd. Yeah. But back to my discovery, it's ridiculous how much they want for this ship to get upgraded. But I kind of think about it this way. I think about it as a Franklin. Franklins took forever to upgrade. Now, it kind of leads me. Actually, I got to check on the event 1 second here, guys. It leads me to what's the pro from this? What is the good thing that we're seeing from this event? And I always got to remember, is it shooting or is it mining? Defeat the unknown threat. Earn points by killing anomaly hostiles. Okay. And I'm going to Jizo, because that's where I always go. And let's see. Going to my spawn spot. I'm just going to sit here until it starts. So the big thing that is a very good thing for a lot of players, and this is what I encourage a lot of admirals, yourself included, Psionica, to encourage people to play this event who are free to play. Because for free to play players, this is one of the very only opportunities for them to grind out badges. Those command badges, the science badges, the engineering badges, for them to get their crew up to the next level. There is, yes, I know, there is the one pack in the faction store, I believe, from each faction that you can go ahead and get. And you get those 3 badges, and once you get it, it's done. This event so far has shown the only way you can actually grind that out. That's a pro. For those free-to-play players who have been waiting on badges because they can never get them, they can never earn them, they've used all of their free ones that they have so far. This has been really good for that. And I think that's the one good thing to take away from this event so far. We're only in Discovery Arc 1. I still do think that there is something very positive coming from this. I had a couple of discussions with some mods privately, and they said that Scopely has not taken the feedback from players and gone unnoticed. You really need to pay attention to what's coming up in the other arcs. And of course, that's, kind of a lure of, okay, great. So what are we going to do? So my only suggestion for players is don't give up on these events. Do what you can on a free-to-play basis. Don't invest monetarily into the discovery, but still go ahead and do your events and start tearing up that discovery little by little. Jared, can you hear me? You said there was a chat lag, and I'm not sure if I'm coming through or not. Can someone just confirm if they hear me or not? Well, Ray, you also have to know that my discovery is tier 5, so my discovery can take a big beating. But I'm using Pike, Tilon, and Moreau. And this is what you do for the event. You just sit on that node. Or I won't say node. Just sit on that spawn spot. And you might have 5 people on top of you and zoom in as close as possible, get your hostiles, then move out of the way. Or if somebody's been waiting for it, let them know you're moving on to go ahead and take it. Psionica, I'm going to have to ask you about that chat lag later. I'm assuming the video is not keeping up with the chat. So I might just have to live stream from my computer next time I do it, and not my mobile device. But no, this is just what I would tell everyone to do, is to do the discovery event. You don't want to find yourself at a point in the event where you're like, it's an issue with YouTube. Okay. Where you're like, oh my God, that's a really cool part of the event, or that's a really good resource that's for free, but I'm starting with a tier 1 because I said F all this stuff. And the point of the anomalies right now is you're getting stuff in the anomalies that you really need that you can't get anywhere in the discovery event. And it literally takes 5 minutes, 5 times a day, for you to get this done. I mean, I would even suggest waiting till later in the day or doing it at night. Getting to a point where a lot of players have completed it so there's less traffic. Whatever you can figure out for yourself to make this easier for you, definitely go for that. But but I know a lot of players. Yeah, Kevin says for level 21 players, leveling the discovery for me has been brutal in Tritanium. I'm not a huge raider. I don't really raid unless I need something because I don't want to stock everything up and have a shield bug and lose all my shit because S- Scopely didn't do something on their part. Let's see. Did I get it? No. So, yeah, but I mean, for those free to play players, and I know a lot of you guys subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. I always try to do different kinds of videos for all kinds of players. Like I just did that one for the whales. But so this one is definitely for free to play players. So I got her anomaly done. Um, and this is pretty simple. There's one of my guys. Get off my spawn spot. um, but this is a thing to think about. We have no idea what's coming up, and that's really the fault of Scopely. Scopely needs to do a better job of advising us if they're going to do 3 arcs of an event over 3 months. They need to give us a very big synopsis about what is going on through the event and why we should be interested in it to sell us on it, not just give one part an event and not let us know anything about it. That drives me crazy. All right, so we're going to recall. I got that done. Yeah, Kevin, if you do need some help with your officers, if you come into my Discord and put some questions out there, the guys really like to help everyone with their officer crew setups. So definitely do that. There are some officers that people think are garbage that really aren't. So it really depends on how you use, and we can also give you advice on how to proceed with that. So, and that Discord link should be down below in the description, I believe. Yeah, this is the thing too. A lot of people are saying all the discovery officers are missing. I don't so much think they're missing. They're coming in the other arcs. Right now, I am really curious about. I know Psionica is probably going to disagree with me on this, but I'm really curious about Saru and Burnham, and possibly, a Captain Giorgio or Mirror Universe of her. See how they can synergize. Right now, if Saru can actually knock down Khan's crit and Burnham can drain the shields, I'm really curious who could be the third part of that. Yeah, I want to say the introductory crew, Sai, the introductory crew remind me a lot of Starfleet cadets. I know you think Saru and Burnham are terrible. I'm not ready to toss in the towel about them yet. I think they might have some redeeming qualities. So we'll see what happens because it would be awesome if she's a better Yuki. But I know you'll disagree with me on that one too. So so one thing I also do want to let everyone know is because I was answering this question before in my Discord, and when you go to the refinery tab, she said definitely not better than Yuki. I knew she would disagree with me. Time will tell. But if you go into your refinery tab and you have cannot harvest, storage full, discovery, and the discovery refinery. See where it says tier 5 discovery? I'm getting rewards based on the tier of my discovery. So if you're at tier 1, and I'm always posting what I get daily from tier 5, you're like, well, I'm not getting anywhere near that. I'm getting somewhat close to that. It really depends on the tier of your discovery. So that's another incentive for you to tier up that discovery if you have the chance to do so. Just know if you don't, those rewards will be less. And then the cannot harvest storage full just means you have too much refined mycelium on hand. Once you start doing your jumps and start running out of that, then you can start harvesting what you've already collected. Well, wait. Let me look at the description. I want to see if I can prove you wrong here. Group. Sionic's a good friend with me, so that's why I'm giving a hard time. When fighting players, for each weapon attack that hits the opponent, Michael Burnham removes 30% of the total attack of all officers on your ship from your opponent's shield health. So so this one basically says that you have to have a really high attack rating in your ship. When fighting players only, for each weapon attack that hits the opponent, Michael Burnham removes 30%. Okay. Based on the attack. And let's look at Yuki. And of course, they could definitely operate very differently than what their descriptions say. We have seen that many times. That's what I'm looking for. Yuki Su decreases the shield health of the opponent ship by 10% each round. So, I want to... is 6K. I'm still gonna test it. But I see what you're saying. Yuki's percentage is less, but it's a lot easier to predict. Burnham's is, unfortunately, can become a little bit difficult. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. So we'll see. Hopefully, the next crew. I know at least one crew member from each arc, from the Stellas, and I mean the Borg. We at least had a couple of good officers, so that's what I'm hoping for here. And before I go, I just want to ask if anyone has any questions. Do you want to see anything on the Discovery? How much everything is going to cost? Do you have any questions about the Discovery? Anything like that? More than happy to answer in the next couple of minutes here, or you can always ask that question in my Discord. All right. Well, no questions. So I'm going to let everybody go here. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I do appreciate it. I'm like on my lunch break, so I'm like trying. Actually, Kevin says, hoping the arc gives us something that makes the Discovery less of a one-trick pony. That's the rumor, Kevin. The rumor is it is not going to be a one-trick pony. So I'm gonna lay out my theory like I've done in my speculation video. I still think we're going to be able to jump into the mirror universe, and I think that's where a lot of things that are missing that we can't get, like tokens right now, are going to be located. I think that's what's going to happen. But of course, Sionica is being a pessimist. which is totally okay, because I know she's not like that all the time. Otherwise that would drive me crazy. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this stream, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Make sure to click that subscribe and that bell for future notifications. And if you do want to see another video, make sure you put that comment down below as well. And Psionica, you'll be fine.